Hello, everybody. This is Vinny Tartamella. You just saw the villain promo to Through the Woods by Frankie Tartamella, the writer of the book. By the way, we're about 5 backers away from 700 backers, so I'm going to thank each and every one of you guys and girls out there. You all rock. But tonight, we got a really cool guest on. We have Russ Leach with his campaign, Only Death Can Save Us, which is kind of like a perfect title for this time right now.
Only Death Can Save Us from 2020.
Right. How you doing, Russ?
Fine, thanks. Good to be here. Thank you for having me on.
Nice, man. Oh, a pleasure. You're a great guy. We've chatted a few times on other streams. So when I saw that this campaign was like almost ending, I'm like, yeah, dude, you're coming on. We're gonna try to push you over the finish line. We also have Red Gaze. Everybody knows him, loves him. He is the creator, writer of Sunsworn. How you doing, buddy?
What's up? What's up? I'm doing well. How are you?
Sweet, man. I'm not bad. We also have Liam Gray. He's the creator, writer of Xenotype. How we doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. How's everyone going? I'm also the.
Oh, you muted yourself again. You're also the.
Yeah, I said I'm also the high-setting crowdfunder in Australia and the sexiest man in the world. So, how's everyone going?
He labeled himself the sexiest man in the world. You gotta love that.
Yeah, confidence.
I'm taking it. I'm claiming it. It's mine now.
We call that big dick energy.
Big swinging dick energy.
You know, man.
Gosh, how's everyone going? How's everyone doing today?
I think we're doing good, man. We're doing good. Yeah. We got Hard Boiled in the house. Hey, man, thank you for dropping in. Yeah, man, long live. Thank you. It's also the Fulfillment King. People know me as. We got Rot 10. Oh yeah, maybe I could shoot you over a link if you're gonna be hanging out, if you're around. Rot 10's always fucking awesome to chat with. We got Peter Sharon. How you doing, buddy? Awesome dude, great backer, fantastic fucking person. We love you, man. Lakeem Amir, how we doing, man? We got he's one of the artists who's working on Sunsworn as well. He did some great pieces for the companion book. Awesome fucking guy as well. Frog G, man, how we doing, brother? Another great backer, just a great person all around. He retweets so many people out there. He's one of the coolest supporters out there. And yeah, he knows we love him. So yeah, tonight we want to cover this awesome campaign.
Yeah, and I have it on good authority that he is in fact the sexiest frog alive.
You gotta love it, man. You gotta love it. Do you want me to play the trailer first on this?
You can, yeah. If that's what, yeah.
Yeah, we could do that, and then hear from the man himself. So we'll do that, and probably drop the link over to Rot if he's around.
Only Death Can Save Us is a Bronze Age-inspired cosmic fantasy romp, bringing together action and pathos as the ancient elemental known as Death leaps from his ethereal retirement to help a young soul protect her loved ones, a world, and even existence itself.
Cool, man. Tell us about this book, because I'm very curious. I've seen some of the artwork here and there. I don't know the story, don't know much about it, so let's hear it, buddy.
Okay, it's inspired by the comics I read as a kid and as a young man. So there's a lot of 70s and 80s Bronze Age in there. There's a little bit of 90s in there. You mix it all together, and that's the art you get out the other end. The book itself also is a nod, as far as stories are concerned, to the whole sort of Jim Starlin, Cosmic Cube, Silver Surfer, Kirby's Cosmic, Galactus, that kind. So it's got a whole sort of cosmic underpinning to it about the creation and recreation of the universe, but it's a very personal story between Death, who, if there's an 8-page preview there, and you see him connect with Chrissy, and it's their journey and how they defeat the bad guy to save existence.
Dude, that's awesome. I like that kind of thing, man. Going old school kind of Kirby storytelling and the kind of those big picture things. I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I tried to. The other thing I wanted to do is make it all ages, so you can leave it on the side and anyone can pick it up. So many comics now, especially in the mainstream. This is definitely a response to mainstream comics from me. Is that they partition everything? It's either kids or it's young adult or it's adult.
Yeah.
And of course, adult comics, fine, definitely needs to be to one side, but everything else should be for everybody. Back in the day when I picked up a comic, if it was Captain America or Avengers, Captain Britain, whatever it is, anybody could read it. It played on all kinds of themes. There was no harsh ideology to it. Back then they spoke about relationships, politics, all kinds of stuff, but they let the reader make their mind up.
Right.
And so they put these things in, but the most important stuff in a story was that it was fun. It was a great read. You loved the characters and you wanted to find out what happened next. And I think that's what I really wanted to do. I just wanted to bring back those comics. Yeah,
man. And that, I like that you said that too. You could have some elements of those things in there, but again, leave it up to the reader.
Yeah, exactly.
However they want to view into it, because some of that stuff is just some backdrop. You're not pushing any specific agenda. What you're trying to do is tell the main story, and then you have some of those elements of real world shit. I could see and respect that 100%. It's like you said, your response to the mainstream on what they're doing, and that's what I love. That's a good fucking thing.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I love a good horror comic, and I love things like Killing Joke, Dark Knight Returns. All that stuff. The deconstruction of the heroes. I mean, they were really clever stories, but that didn't mean that you then had to write every comic like that. We kind of lost markets. We lost the kids market or the all ages market pretty much. And that kind of thing. It is said that they're all doing that because like even my books and stuff I've been doing, the way that I approached it and working with my brother as well on Through the Woods, we approached it in a different way. We did it as if like we're not dumbing things down for a kid because like one of the first books I picked up when I was collecting, or maybe about a year after I started collecting, was The Killing Joke. I was a kid when I got that. I was like 9 or 10 when that came out, and I'm going, this is awesome. How come the other stuff I was picking up wasn't as good? Like I was scratching my head too because like at the time I didn't know the process. I didn't know how long it took like Boland to work on that stuff, but it's just the masterpiece that they came out with. The storytelling was there, the artwork was there, so on point, and it was never dumbed down for me at the time when I was a kid. I was like, no, I get it. I could read between the lines. I could see what happened. Even in the end, when Batman killed the Joker, a lot of people were like, oh no, he had his hands on his shoulders. I'm like, no, he killed them. But it didn't matter. It was like it was your perception. You were left to make up your own mind. So as much as it was a very dark story, you were still left with your own imagination.
Right.
And it was encouraging you to imagine the story. It was encouraging you to be part of that story. And the artwork in there, Brian Bolland is a genius. And he's up there with the greats. And the work in the bar where they're getting the guy who became the Joker to come on board. Just amazing quality of anatomy and storytelling. Just absolutely stunning.
Perspective. He brought that whole scene to life. I mean, who is you think that they're going to sit there eating crawfish and stuff like that? I mean, who would think up of like that kind of a scenario? Because usually, like, so it depends on the kind of writer that you're working with. And I don't know if Alan Moore was that descriptive of what he wanted with that specific scene. But to even have those kind of elements, if they brainstormed it together, that is cool. That is something that it's tangible. It's like, it's very believable. It's like someone walked into a bar and started filming with their cameras, and it's like, it's perfect. That's what you want. So like that cinematic storytelling, that's something that always stuck with me in my career. Everything that I've ever done, that's kind of what I wanted to do as well. And then like the big books, the stuff like you were talking about, like the Jim Starlin's, Kirby, all these kind of guys, McFarlane, that to do those other big scenarios, you could have off-world stuff, you could have other cool cosmic type stories, there's stuff in there for everybody.
Yeah.
So even like with my company, what I'm planning for the different stuff that I'm doing, it's that same thing, right? Through the Woods was sort of more of a contained story, but we did it in the same approach. We leave the reader, it's in their imagination what exactly happened, you know, because without spoilers, because I know there's still a number of people who haven't gotten it, but the ones who have gotten it, they've told me they've read it 3-4 times over within the first week. I'm like, dude, that's amazing.
That's what you want. That's what you want to hear. You want to hear somebody's enjoying it again and again and again, and they're going to stick it in their collection and have it on their shelf.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
And speaking of sticking it in, we have brought Ted in the house.
Hi,
Hey
Rob.
guys, how you doing?
Pretty good, my friend.
Good.
I saw you in the chat, so yeah, let me throw you a link as well.
Nice.
I just want to do real quick too. So, a big hello to Wookiee Supremacy, dude. You're awesome. Hell, brother. What about? Dude, more great people. That's what I mean. That's what I like about our circles and the community that we're building. This is why we have to keep the stuff going. We're talking about comics. We're talking about cool stuff, creations, getting a proper way of these amazing books into people's hands. It's through what we're doing. It's right now. The main industry sucks. We all know that top to bottom. They're scrambling for ideas. They're looking for cheap little marketing tricks. It's all bullshit. If you want to see good books, it's the stuff that we've been doing. It's independent creators. It's Comicsgate. It's this type of creative. What we're doing, I think, is going to be more solid and substantial. These books are going to last a long time.
Yeah.
They'll
stand the test of time. They'll be classics. Yeah, Russ, I have a question.
Go on.
Did you put Death in black leather because it's Death and you put him in black, or is there a Ghost Rider influence in your
Oh
work?
yeah, there's some Ghost Rider in there, without doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's there is no doubt that this is a labor of love, and it has the things in it that I have loved.
So, would you say that you're a fan of Ghost Rider? That's why you sort of did this, or is this really sort of just a bit of coincidence? Like,
it's coincidental.
There's no wrong answer. I'm just curious.
No, it's coincidental. I do like skulls. I think they look really cool. I wanted a character from mythology that wasn't necessarily done in a big kind of MCU way, but I could manipulate them into the story that I wanted. And Death had only really been, I mean, from what I had read, I think Discworld had Death in it, Terry Pratchett.
Oh yeah, I'm a huge fan of Terry Pratchett. That was going to be one of my next.
That was kind of on the positive side as against on the negative side. Death is kind of more positive in that, but he's still a very classical Death. Very
impressive. Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted to create this. I wanted to create something that was recognizable. That was also something that I could overlay sort of cosmic, big, massive cosmic stories to.
Yeah,
but then I could.
Death is he's a cosmic logical constant. He's universal. Yeah. Everything lives, everything dies. Yeah. So it's.
But then on top of that, I wanted to sort of twist it slightly. So if you actually look at his skull, you'll see like there's no teeth. There's two key lines that go over the top of the head. There's obviously something sort of biomechanical about it. He is not what you think he is. And that's part of the mystery of the cosmic aspect of it. And the Four Horsemen are not the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. They're the Warriors of Light. They're part of the renewal of the universe. And some of these mythologies have been misconstrued by different races, whether they be alien or human. They've come down through Sumeria and Babylon and places like that, even Celtic legends.
I like that approach.
It's all kind of been mixed up, and you get to find out what's really going on.
I dig that, man. That's a cool approach. Is this like a design and a character you came up with a while ago, or is it something that's a little more recent, or have you kind of been like planning it out?
I came up with the design last year. I wrote it about 18 months ago, and then I put together the first version of the 8-page preview in January this year.
Oh, nice, man. Nice.
So,
Hey, man. Better Raven. Hail, brother. Kick Liam. Liam's not here. Right? We have what do you call your little icon? Oh, you're muted, buddy. Again. Anyway, he's got a funny little.
Sorry. I was literally, you talked to me just as I was adjusting my chair and everything. I was like, damn it. Yeah. So no, this is an orange koala. So I've got an orange koala avatar, as you can see.
That's
Lovely
who that
orange
is.
koala.
It's Mr. Orange Koala. That's not Liam. You're mistaken.
Liam's got the orange
man.
koala. That's right. Yeah, lovely little orange koala. Look at that.
That's cool stuff. Oh yeah, let me give you a little solo layout. Bam.
Yeah. Oh yeah. My spirit animal, guys. Perfect little orange koala. That's what he is.
Oh,
Don't
man.
feed him after midnight. Yeah.
The same can be said about me. I turn into a monster as well.
Yeah, but that's food or no food.
Yeah, right. Oh shit. But yeah. So like, what's like the main thing you want to tell with this story? Like, what is the what's going to really sink people into this?
I think to a degree, it's got to be the nostalgia aspect. It's bringing back comics from another time. I just shared a piece of page art there.
That is gorgeous, man.
So you know, hopefully, I've had other people say this, so I'm not just kidding myself. Other people have suggested that the lines are very Joe Sinnott. There's some Sal or John Buscema in there, bit of Stalin, you know. So all these things have kind of, you know, filtered into what I'm doing. That's hopefully come through in not just the art but the story as well. So it's an adventure. It's just this, you know, it's a wild flight of fantasy. If you want to just like read a comic and just float away on a cosmic fun, then that's what it is. That's all it is. It's as deep as you want it to be. It's as lightweight as you want it to be. Hopefully I'll bring, my aim is to make it a quality product, not just in the work that I'm putting into the pages, but you know, the book design, the extras I'm putting in, the print, everything. It is episodic, but you're able to read. There's a 4-book arc, but you can read each book individually as an adventure on their own. So it's like the way, you know, comics used to be. You could pick them up and you know, dip in and out if you wanted to.
That's a cool thing, man, dude.
Yeah, it sounds like you're doing. It sounds like you're doing what I've been trying to sort of accomplish as well. What I think is sorely lacking from the comic book industry and needs to be a revived formula used. In all honesty, you know, you have all. There's kind of this. There's this lie. I'm just going to straight up call it a fucking lie. That you need to pick up issue 1. Where can you jump onto the series? Like, well, let me tell you, you should be able to pick up any comic book from anywhere in the series and jump on, you know, and if you can't, then something's wrong, and you should be able to do that and then get excited for back issues and go back and buy them. That's sort of how comics are meant to be as a medium, and people who deny that and ignore that, like, well, we won't name people, but they're fools. They are fools that do not understand the literary form that they have chosen to work within.
Right.
Yeah, and like in typical fashion, like mainstream does the exact opposite, right? They want to bleed their existing fan base as much as possible by making it like, you not only do you need to buy number 1, you have to buy all these like offshoot event storylines and 10 different things just so you can make sense of what's happening. So they do the exact opposite of what really needs to happen to bring in new readers to create a healthy industry.
Right, because what they're doing when they do that, they know only number 1 sell. So if they do, all right, it's even going to be this big event. So you have the main book, then all the spin-offs with their number 1s. So that way they think that they could pull in all those lineups of number 1s, and they're going to get a big cash flow because everyone drops off immediately as well. or they tell them that, yeah, you have to get the rest of that series in order to know what's going on in the story. Like Liam said, if you're going to tell a good story, you should be able to have proper recaps and a proper retelling for anybody who's willing to pick up whatever issue from where it is. If it's issue 3, 4, 56, whatever, the new reader should be able to understand what's going on.
And you shouldn't need to have every issue be an origin story. It is ridiculous. Right. You know, it is ridiculous. It is better to have story than it is to have origin. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Because you don't need to know every little bit about a character. Some of the coolest shit is not knowing the backgrounds of certain people. When you found out Wolverine with that whole nonsense of his origin book and his story, it hurt the character. The Joker, I don't know what to do now. I picked up the first issue of the 3 Jokers, and to me, it felt fucking weird and stupid. I didn't understand what they're trying to do with this. Why do you have to go back and tell these origins? If a character's been around for that long and people love them and they're doing great, leave it where it is, because that means it's still intriguing. People still enjoy seeing those characters pop up, right?
I think there's 2 things going on there. That you've got writers that want to apply their version, so they want to stand out in some way instead of just managing the character, the brand, the IP, whatever they've been given to work on.
Right.
And then you get the other aspect, which is some writers literally not, respecting the reader's intelligence. And just letting them deal with whatever's coming. They'll work it out, and if it's a great story, just as Liam was saying, they'll go get some back issues.
Yeah,
right.
And that's it. I mean, that's how it should be. Just get quality out there, quality storytelling, quality artwork. None of this hack shit. I hate people who do that stuff. You could smell the hacks a mile away. You know, they're the ones who are usually talking shit about other people. They're the ones in back channels. They're the ones doing dirty things. The ones who are really putting out great artwork consistently, you could see who's genuine. You could see who delivers all the time. You know, that's something I always stand by. And anyone who says otherwise, they go fuck themselves. Period. I say it how it is.
Yeah, no, that's you just got to do it. It's get out there and do it. If you got to show people, show don't tell.
Yeah, that's it, man. That's it. Put your best work out there. You know, people will tell you. They'll let you know. They'll let you know, man. Because this is what it's about, and I see quality all over this project.
Thank you.
You know, dude, a pleasure. Like I said, we've only talked a few times, hanging out on Rod's channel. And when I saw this, like I said, I'm like, dude, yeah, I want to get you on. I don't know how I haven't had you on yet. Because this does look awesome. It looks like something I would have definitely picked up had I still been walking into comic shops.
Yeah.
But guess what? We could do that here. We could jump on and we could take a look at these tiers. We could see what's the coolest option for what specific people want to buy. Let us know over here, buddy. We have the featured tier.
Before we drop into that, I did want to, and I don't think you've talked about this yet, but I loved, Russ, when you talk about this being all ages, but it's not. You're not dumbing it down. You're not. No. It's not that it's not going to have like heavier, deep themes in it. You're not speaking down to a younger audience. You're just not putting anything in there that would cause parents to be alarmed. You're doing it the right way, and I think that's so awesome.
My mantra is romance, not sex. Action, not violence. A hero's journey, not ideology.
Right.
That's amazing, man.
And I mean, this is what I've been saying. This is what I've been saying for a year or so. Like, this is when I say, hey, we've got to make comics for kids. I don't mean we've got to make retarded comics for kids. I mean, we've got to make comic books that kids can read, that adults can read, that they're all for all ages again, like the way it used to be. This old school approach. This is what comics used to be, and it's important that we get back to that. That's been entrusted to us, and we need to produce product that adheres to those tenets and values as a creative medium for them to truly thrive again,
proper comics. There's absolutely no harm with having a few kids comics, and especially the younger kids. We're talking 5 and under. Okay, I think that's a viable thing to do. And obviously, very extreme, content. There's nothing wrong with that. A good horror comic. I love a good horror. I've done good horror. I won't say good because that's making it sound arrogant, but I've done horror comics, but it's that massive market in between the two where you can have a book that you can leave around for your kids. You can discuss it with them. You can show them a great book and go, look, read this. This is great fun, and that's missing. That's the thing that's missing in comics at the moment. And the indie scene is coming up. It's got huge energy. It's a renaissance in the indie scene. Like it's more like it was back in the 80s, actually, except this time things like Indiegogo and even Kickstarter, they're democratizing the ability to make a product and put it out to the massive shop window that is the internet. And we couldn't do that before. It was really difficult. And it's so you can get product out there. So now the problem we have now is getting yourself heard, screaming into the void. Okay, you've got to be seen to have your product seen and appreciated, for you to be trusted. That's why we're on YouTube. That's why we're connecting with customers, readers. I don't like calling them fans. There are no toxic fans. These people give something to you, and you give something in return. We're the storytellers. Not everybody's a storyteller. Some people drive trucks. Some people work in a shop. Some people are doctors. We tell stories, and there's a real valid reason for us to be here, because it's all about the interaction. It's about culture. Okay, and comics are such an amazing medium. There's nothing else quite like them, because they stir your imagination, but at the same time visually get you going, and there's nothing else quite like it. And that's that all ages thing. We need to do that as much as possible. So I don't have lots of gushing red blood, but damn, the demons have got some green blood.
So yeah, this is the kind of book. If you have kids in your life, if you have, it doesn't matter if they're your kids, if they're friends or family's kids. If you're looking to try and get, the youth into comics, this is one of those books that you can pick up and give out. I mean, I think it's, I think it's up to us to kind of do that, because, I mean, let's face it, almost anyone I talk to about like what made you a comic fan, it's usually like that one book, just getting a taste for it through that one book, and then they're lifetime fans. I mean, that's all it takes sometimes. So
if you look at 2000 AD, which was the thing to read, that was the punk comic to read when I was a kid. Okay, and you had the dichotomy of somebody like Judge Dredd, who was obviously a Nazi. Okay, but he was the good guy. Okay, and you just let kids work it out for themselves. You let them work out the rights and wrongs, the morals, the wherefores of these great stories, and they didn't hold back. At 11 years old, I mean, I'm sitting there, reading Tharg's Future Shocks and Judge Dredd. You've got to give your reader respect, no matter what the age.
You do. Everything you said, man, couldn't be more spot on. Because it's true across the board. You're not supposed to attack fans. You're not supposed to feed them horse shit like that. Give them a good story. Give them something that, like you said, almost anyone could pick up and read. And people are going to see different things in it. There's going to be older people who could see the other kind of stuff that's going on, slightly more adult stuff that might be in there, even though it's not really going that direction. But then you have the younger people. They're going to interpret it a different way, or they're going to see that I'm not afraid of death, and yeah, he could save us. The way that this story is being told, it's something that you could sink your teeth into. It's not like you said. It's not that obvious thing. He's something different. The Horseman in here that you're doing, it's something different. There's plenty, I think, plenty of intrigue in this, and what you've been telling people so far, which I think is fucking awesome. Like I said, man, looking at these pages, it does remind me of that kind of stuff. It reminds me of the 70s, 80s books that, you wanted to flip every page. You wanted to see what's coming up next, where the story's going. You have 80 pages of this too. Dude, that is epic, man. That is really fantastic.
And I don't think I've seen an artist in CG so willing to put massive crowds and action scenes just packed with bodies. Like Russ he's down to do the work, man.
Yeah. Oh,
Good.
it's that's how you know. That's how you know there's quality, man. That's how you know.
I'll show you this one. Here you go. This is from the center of the book.
Oh yeah, this is insane,
dude. That's killer.
Yeah, look at that shit. I mean, it would have been so easy to cut corners on that, to not put in all these figures and details, and it's that's not how Russ does the work, man. It's beautiful.
Thank you. It's fun though. Do you know what the way to get across to your reader how much fun a fun book is to have fun making it and writing it.
Absolutely.
You're caught between. There's no doubt that there's this double-edged sword of you must write what you love. You must write what you want to write, and it's there. It's not necessarily meeting the expectations of the people that you're gonna, the audience. You shouldn't be directed by the audience, but at the same time, you should definitely take their feedback because they're buying into your concepts. So you must always, even if your story isn't going quite the way your readers necessarily want it to go, you should always bear that in mind and think, well, I want to please them to some degree, because that's it's that interaction, it's that back and forth between the reader and the creator. So I'm throwing a lot of love into this because it's the thing that I've always wanted to do. So there you go.
That is very cool. I did see with Meta Raven was talking about the design of the character. Apparently, I'm going to definitely be watching this. Stuff Can Save Us progress. I have a suggestion: changing its colors to look a lot like Carla's book. His uniform is very similar. Make the skull black. I'm friends with Carla as well, and she's seen this. She's seen her own. I think it's just something that happens once in a while. Is certain characters might look a little bit similar, but I can clearly tell you that both projects are very different, and I don't see any problems in what's going on here. And you can definitely see too, like again, the Kirby influences. You could see the Jim Starlin type influences in here as well. Sometimes it just happens. It's unavoidable. So what are you going to do?
Yeah, nothing under the sun is original. We're all standing on the shoulders of giants. It's how you put it together, isn't it? It's how you tell your story that's original. Hopefully.
Right. Yeah, and I can tell you too. I mean, Carla's project with her husband John, a very different story from what you have. Very different. But yeah, again, both awesome creators, great people. There's no issues there at all. If you ask me.
There's room for multiple skulls.
Of course, like I said too. Even like I've got other projects coming out that are some people they've touched on those genres. I'm not afraid of it. I don't care. Phil's got a pirate elements in one of his books. I promoted him. I got a pirate book coming out. I don't care. Sim got space pirates. Ooh, who cares? It's just tell a good story. Get great artwork out there. That's what it comes down to. No one should be comparing campaigns either. You compare with your own campaigns, what you've previously done or what you plan on doing next. That's how it works. Because if you're comparing yourself to someone else, you're not happy. You got other problems that you need to fix yourself on.
That's a good piece of advice, man.
Yeah, that's really my personal opinion, especially working in this industry, dealing with very egotistical people, I'll say, at a lot of these different companies that I've worked for. And you can see, again, who's genuine, who's not. I like to say that's my superpower is that bullshit meter. I can detect when someone is full of shit. So that's why everyone's seen, I've called out multiple scumbags from the top industry all the way down. So to me, it doesn't matter. The point is, it's the books. It's get good stuff out there because the people who are in chat, the people who are backing this type of stuff, they are what matter. Nothing else. You don't talk down to people. You don't treat them like shit either. I've seen too many creators do that, and it drives me crazy. you know. But again, I keep going on my tangents of my rants because I hate what the industry turned into. I hate like all those kind of political bullshit games and all that stuff. That's why I put a stop to it as soon as I see it, because I don't like it. I don't respect it.
No, you should all be about telling stories and about servicing your customer base. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, that's exactly it, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I am the law.
I am law.
I am the law. Yeah, Edwin the Ace. He's got a book that's going to be dropping soon as well. I think he's got to sign up for that, or it's coming soon. But yeah, like I said, man, we have great people in this community, people with other cool projects, and we're looking forward to it. What do I see here too? Yeah, ever try to read a modern DC or Marvel event in an omnibus? The story never hangs together, and that's exactly right. Yeah. Going back really to what we were talking about. Yeah, because it's a mishmash of shit. It's people who don't want to work on those books. You know what I mean?
Things like this.
It's people that didn't read comic books writing comic books, which is kind of fucking retarded if you ask me, right?
Right.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
we're talking about, man, that classic look, that classic
Yeah.
book, you know?
The essentials, yeah, and that's what we're talking about, man, for sure.
Yeah, fantastic books.
Yeah.
Just
I like your the stuff that inspired you, and kind of like you could see the direction definitely in this project. And yeah, man, let's like I said, let's get people to find out about these perks and what's going to be perfect for them to pick up.
the featured set, it's a fairly good value. So you've got like the 60 pages, 80 pages of graphic novel. It will be 80 pages plus as well by the time I'm finished the gallery and everything. So you get that. You get my A3 poster, and you get that's a A3 for my American cousins. Is roughly a double page spread in a magazine, standard magazine.
Beautiful.
And then the A4s, which are half that size, are all black and white inks. I still haven't received it yet, but it will be there. Rob Willis is doing me a print. I've had Renzo Rodriguez, Mike Emirates, and Amrit Birdie, and all of them are fabulous artists. And I wanted to make them black and white prints. So they're in the gallery inside the book, coloured, but I wanted them to be black and whites because the ink work was so gorgeous. So you get all of those, and I put the postage up a little bit more because I wanted to send the A3 poster out in its own tube so that it doesn't get folded.
Nice.
It's not huge amounts. It's not like you posting to me from the States. That's incredibly expensive.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah.
But so it's a little bit more.
Yeah, those folded ones I'm not a fan of so much. You know. Yeah,
So
either flat or rolled up is usually the best way to go on posters.
Yeah. If you buy the book on its own, or if you get the backer entry, or one of the ones where you get my artwork, you can add. I've got as an add-on just the A4 Rob Willis print.
Oh, that's cool.
So you can just buy the book and get the Rob Willis
thick is your
print.
book? Like, scroll up just a bit. Like, is that just a mock-up? Like, how many pages is this?
It's 80 pages.
80 plus.
80
It's a
plus.
fucking massive book, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How much of it is done?
I'm on about 60% at the moment. I'm looking to get it printed in November.
Fantastic.
Beautiful,
Fantastic.
man. Yeah.
I'm very fortunate that I've had a career in production. I've been doing some mainstream work. I got to work on Ben 10. I did some Marvel work in an art book in the UK for 4 years. Worked with Cartoon Network. So I've been able to kind of work my way to
So you're
a point.
from the Man of Action team?
No, I'm not from them. I did a reboot cartoon Ben 10 magazine for the UK. So I did the comic strip for that. I had to work with Cartoon Network. They sent me designs and like a designer standard that you had to adhere to, a style guide and all that kind of stuff.
Guide, yeah.
So I've been I've been around mainstream publishing, and I've been in production and publishing myself for my whole career. So I've got myself to a position where now I could throw myself at this book. Fortunately, the beer virus actually gave a little bit of a silver lining, and it stopped my other work because I freelance as an illustrator and storyboard artist, and that work had to pause because of all the crap that's been going down this year. And I said, right, that's it. It's my opportunity. So I got on with it.
Nice, man.
Okay, so what's after this? Is this a self-contained story, or is there going to be an issue 2? Is
There's
it
4
like
books.
what are you doing?
There's
There are
4
4
books. It's a 4-book arc, but each book you can read on its own as its own story.
Yeah.
And then you get, in this particular book, you get 2 pages of twist at the end. So if you never want to read another one of my books, you can just read all 58 pages and then don't read the last 2. But I'd really like.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
Yeah,
that, you know,
I'd really
so you
like
do
people to move on. So
you do have, yeah. Financially speaking, physically speaking, what sort of number would you need to make for you to be confident that this was a commercial success and move on with volume 2?
Right. I can do volume 2 if I hit my target.
What's
but that
that?
would
What's that?
£5,000 or $6,500. But that would mean that would mean that I'd have to invest again in myself, which I've already done so far.
So let's
But
say
I
just
could do it.
ideally, where do you want to be?
Ideally, it'd be great to get 10K, because that
10K.
would definitely mean that I could sponsor the next book. If I could get to 500 backers in the future, okay, I don't expect it in this one, obviously, but in the future, if I can make it to 500 backers and do 2 books a year, that's a salary. That's me. That's done. I'm done.
Yep.
That's all I do for the rest of my career.
Love it, man.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, you picked up a few more backers, by the way, as well.
Oh wow, cool.
Like 290 away.
That's how we do. Vinny's got customers that buy and read comic books. We got
awesome people in the chat.
Yeah,
great fucking absolutely the best. I love
so
everyone.
We're at one. My eyes are too small. Like how many? We're 116 or 136?
116.
16, and so we've got to get about 400 backers. So you're going to be extending this out then.
Very probably
to achieve your goals, you're going to need to extend this out. So are you aware of the fees for the extension? Yep. Okay, cool. Just didn't want you to get blindsided by that. So all right, lads. So we've got a guy here who knows what he's doing. He's got some experience, and he said all the right things to tickle my fancy. He sort of sounds like he knows what he's talking about in regards to comic books, and that's the kind of product that we need. We've got a nice Kirby-esque looking fashion. They call his work legendary. So let's give this guy a chance. Like people with the right influences are good. Again, like Vinny said, look at how crowded that sort of action scene is. That's a lot of detail, a lot of work.
Yeah, this is a man with a lot of skill. He knows his composition, he knows his anatomy, his perspective. And like I said, that feel of like that kind of older style, but it's his own style. Nothing is like a hack thing about it.
Yeah, and nothing is traced here. This is all. It has its own identity firmly.
This is somebody who knows what he's doing. This is skill. This is why I love Russ.
Thank you.
Amazing creator.
That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be inspired by these people, but it still needed to be me. It takes you a time. It takes different artists different amounts of time to find themselves. Some people, like Jamie Hewlett, come straight out of the gate at 18 and they're geniuses. It took me 30 years.
No, that's fine. So this purple guy in the front, is he just a random mook there?
Sorry?
Does he this purple guy that you've got in the front there, is he just a random guy?
Yeah, he's just a guy going, "Hey, come on, let's go get him."
Cool. Does he eat people? Is he
he'll eat anything you put in front of him, I think.
He's a purple people eater. It's
purple people, yeah.
Watch your hands.
Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to get some cheap laughs.
No, dude.
You will see that front and center. The other thing, sort of contrasting that cover, if you just scroll down a little bit, Vinny, you'll see that we have, in addition to this man calling to violent action, we have a set of boobs.
We do.
Set of wonderful boobs, just sort of popping in there right over your name, framing your name comfortably.
It's a wraparound cover. If you want to see the rest of the
Oh
Yeah,
man.
that's something
Yeah.
that you should probably advertise, because that's something that
Okay.
I've been telling out Comicsgate creators that they should be doing if they're doing this. Like, unless you've got like a book back where you've got a write up, like you really should be taking advantage of this and doing these beautiful wraparound covers, because we don't have to occupy the back space with an ad, you know?
Mhm.
Where are we? Here we go. There's the wraparound cover in full.
Oh, dude, that's cool.
Nice.
Holy shit. Yeah, see, man, that's what we're talking about.
And I assume, wait a minute, just judging from those proportions, I assume that you've taken into account for the spine, the width of your
Yeah.
spine.
Yeah, the
Okay,
spine does
cool.
go over her boobs, but then it wraps around on the back cover, and I have in the design I have a panel come down that will have, you know, like the elevator pitch and
Yeah.
bits and bobs,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Excellent.
Nice,
Man, I'm calling you up on all the novice stuff, and you're on top of it. You already know it all. So
Yeah.
that's good. That's it shows that you've got competence, and this is a project that you can put your faith in. Again, this is going to be 80 pages, guys. 80 pages of cool classic comic books. And is that not what you demanded? Is that not what you banged your shillelagh up on the ground and demanded from the industry? You know, when we all painted our face blue and we demanded freedom from the tyranny that was Quesada and his stupidity and his his stupidity. You know, is this not what we called for? Here it is. So put your money down, grab it,
Freedom.
and enjoy it. Yeah, you'll have freedom.
Freedom.
You'll have, and this is the power of independence. You know, independent comics that are honoring what came before while creating something new. That is the path to success,
For
in
sure,
my
man.
opinion.
That's slick.
So,
You can take
man.
our big two, but you'll never take our freedom.
that's right. Yeah, that's right. They can make Iceman gay, but the Reaper ain't going to be sodomizing anyone anytime soon. You know.
Fuck
Well,
me, no.
don't speak for the Reaper.
Yeah, man. Watch it.
You're gonna have to worry
yeah.
about that. You know.
Leave that E in there, and then you'll be good.
Dude,
No, I'm trying to give some guys some laughs, but yeah, no, this is seriously looks like an exciting project.
Thank you.
And again, I'm impressed by your professionalism, your competence, your knowledge of what you're doing, your skill here, your storytelling. From what you've said, that's why I was quiet for a long time, because this could have been a conversation where I was telling you that you're an idiot. You know what I mean? But instead, it's a conversation where I'm praising you, and that's how you know that you've done well.
Thank you.
And I think that Only Death Can Save Us is a nice title for a book too. It's sort of provocative, thought provoking.
Yeah, the whole thing. I mean, I had to approach it from two ways. That multiple ways. There was the creative aspect.
Mm-hmm.
There was the fact that I felt that, you know, getting gigs for page work just wasn't viable anymore. It wasn't going to take me anywhere. I was never going to get to the place that I wanted to be when, you know, that I dreamed of, and that place wasn't even there anymore. I had to make something happen, and at the same time, I had to see it from a business perspective. You know, how could I make something that was worthwhile creatively, but at the same time, I could sell it. It would be catchy. You know, I'd thought about all these things. And
you're a man after my own heart. You're a man after my own heart. It's very important. What
Absolutely,
you're doing is
man.
exactly right.
They're not necessarily the perfect. It's not necessarily perfect, but I at least thought about it. So,
right.
Yeah.
When
No,
creating these
you're doing the right thing.
Yeah, when creating these kind of projects, that's what you have to do. You have to think about all of that stuff. It's tell a great story, come up with cool characters that are going to be eye-catching. It's the marketability of the stuff. It's how you're going to approach it. Could you sell this to other people? It's like, you know, outside of comics, there's a lot of different things that we have to look at when we're doing this stuff. Part of my design background was that as well. It's trying to see what's going to be, you know, aesthetically pleasing to people. It's going to have them coming back for more. It's that type of stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Like I've approached my projects the same way. Some of them I can't really talk too much about yet because I don't want to spoil lots of like cool story elements. But like my City of Venus book, it's going to be going places where people might not think. The pirate book that I'm working on, that one it's a really tight, great story. But it also has there's a lot to sink your teeth into, not just with the artwork and the story, but there's going to be like cool little elements around it. If I want to do some marketing stuff with it, certain items I want to sell, I could do that type of stuff too. So you got to think about everything just in case, but for the core of it, it should be the story of the characters and how to really tell that proper story that people are going to want to keep coming back for more. They want to know where these characters, we're investing our money, our time. We want to make sure this is going to be a journey that we want to take that ride on, that it's not just going to be TNA or something silly and stupid like that, unless the book is meant to be kind of goofy. But at the same time, what we're doing is premium. What we're doing is premium format. So me personally, I prefer books like this. I prefer books that are going to have a lot that I'm looking forward to, and then I want to read more. As soon as this is done, I want to see the next one, and the next one.
So tell me, man. Tell me.
There's been some big surprises for me, like Chimera's SOS book was so well written, has great humor, really exceeded my expectation, and the same goes for Wenger's Super Harem. It had a lot more substance than I was expecting from the premise. There's a lot there, so a lot of people in CG are doing it right, for sure.
Yeah. So tell me. I want to know. This is what the audience wants to know. So we know that he's the Grim Reaper. We know that he's death, right? So there's a cosmic twist to it, right? So what the fuck are this guy's powers? Obviously, he's not just killing people by touching them because he's holding a guy there, So, like, does he have powers? Does he have abilities? Is he just sort of a tough warrior guy? Does he have like cosmic awareness? What's the power suite of Death? And do we call him Death? Do we call him the Grim Reaper? What's his
Right. Okay. He considers himself an elemental and has no name. But he is obviously, like I say, he's been misconstrued by various mythologies as Death, the Grim Reaper. When Chrissy turns up to tell her story of the last moments of her life, which is kind of what his retirement is after his association with the renewal of this particular universe, there's a big long list. It's in the 8-page preview. There's a whole line of people walking in, or aliens, whatever, walking in and telling their last moments. They have to log these moments, and he passes them through to their next iteration, whether it be reincarnation or whether it be a nirvana or whatever. And that's where he is. He's in the halls of eternity. But she comes to him with a story that he realizes he has to do something about, because it's potentially connected to what he was doing prior to the job he's doing now.
I like the Halls of Eternity. I'll just say straight up, that's good writing. That's well done. It's hard to find good, simple titles that are iconic or stick in the mind of a child. Hall of Eternity is definitely one of them, and it's a nice, stunning visual without me even knowing what it looks like. But to answer my question, like they call him in the book. Let's. I know that there's metaphysical reasons and this and that. He's
sorry, I missed that out. She calls him D.
She calls him D. Cool. So we just call him D. That'll be,
call him D. Yeah.
Yep. D works. Okay. So, and D's powers and abilities, without any spoilers, if you were to just sort of put him on the back of a trading card and say, "Oh, these are the powers he has," what would you say?
He'd be a Thor.
Okay.
Right.
Yep. So superhuman strength, superhuman durability, magic weapon is the scythe. Magical. It can cut through anything.
It's a power. It's a weapon of energy. Yes.
Can it open portals or anything like that? Can you teleport around?
The whole portal thing is part of the book and part of Keystone.
Okay. Cool.
It tells you about that within the book.
Nice.
And
so Sorry, just one last question. I'm being rude. I'm trying to establish this character in the mind of the audience. So
yes.
Do souls bring souls at the time of death? Are souls brought to him? Does he need to collect souls? You mentioned that he passes them along. Is he there at the time of everyone's death? Is he in multiple places at once? How's this work?
Yeah, you'll find out later on that he does actually abscond and go to certain places to help with their deaths, but most of the time he's stuck in the halls of eternity listening to the departed's final words, and he's there because it's his retirement. So, and part of the connection between him and this universe is the Keystone. And I can't say too much about the Keystone because
I don't want you to say anything about the Keystone because that's the title of the book, and obviously that's the sort of the
and
book,
I imagined him to speak in a Ray Winstone voice. Okay, that's how I imagined him. So there are some anglifications to some of the text. He talks in a certain way, and I wanted to have a kind of a pantheon of the gods feel.
Oh, dude, I love you. You're my favorite new Comicsgate creator that I've met. Like, I'm not even fucking around. Like, so,
great guy.
No, you've got it. You fucking have switched on. Like, it's so good to hear this. It's so refreshing. So, so you said that he's going into retirement. Is part of the story of this first book that he's going to be that he's bringing up a replacement, or that there's going to be a replacement for him? Is there a replacement? Like, is there a new death? You know, near death?
No, but he may well be somewhere he shouldn't be by the end of the book.
Mm-hmm. Leave it there. Don't say.
Yeah, we'll leave it there. We'll leave it there. I was just curious, you know. So you've mentioned the Four Horsemen now, right? You've mentioned that they're, you know, the Warriors of Light. You've mentioned renewal. I'm wondering if you've got a Big Bang thing going on there because of light and renewal. But I'll leave that to the book. But you know, like, this is just right talk. It's more giddy and nerdy. I'm sorry, but what are his supporting cast like? What are his supporting cast like? And does he have any tethers to the mortal world besides hearing the final words of the dead?
He has tethers to the physical world, yes, but not to Earth specifically.
Not to Earth specifically,
no.
Okay. And his supporting cast. And
his supporting cast, these three other guys, they play a role, but they are not. They're going to be spread out over the 4 books. So you see them here, you see their connection, and you will be reminded of their connection later on in the book. And
it's so Kirby-esque as well. I love the. Like, look at it.
It's fucking beautiful.
Like, sorry, go on. I'm nerding out now.
I mean, if you look at the promo, the 8-page. If you go up to the start, the first page there with the battle scene, that's where it starts. At 20 billion years ago, that's the first line. So
nice.
We're instantly sort of saying, "Wow, okay, what's going on here?" And then trouble ensues.
Nice. So essentially, his ties, the characters that he's surrounded with, good or bad, are, again, they are all cosmic entities. Essentially, they're all sort of higher beings. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. Rotten Glory, you were going to say something before I rudely cut you off.
Oh, the moment it was a dumb bit of senseless humor. The moment has passed.
The fun part.
No, what you were asking was far more engaging. Sorry.
No, I just, you know,
Liam gets. You get very thorough. I like that.
Yeah. No, you're a great interviewer. Definitely.
Yeah, man.
Well, thank you.
You look under the hood and you want to know all the parts of that lady.
Yeah, because I want it to go really well. Like, if you get me invested, I'm like, all right, now I want to make your thing work as good as it can. And I really get excited when I look under the hood and everything's already, it's a well-running machine, so I don't need to help this guy. This guy's fucking great. All we need to do is get eyes on his book, and we'll actually have a good comic book out there in 2020, which is my ultimate goal, is to get good books into the hands of the customers. You know what I mean? Like, that's how we win. And I am all about winning. I like winning. I'm a winner. So it's like, you know, sometimes things get a bit daunting and it gets a bit depressing. It gets a bit hard, but I see things like this and it gets my heart literally racing, because I'm like, this dude gets it. He's saying, like, without prompt, he's saying all of the right things. He understands this medium, and there are not many people anymore, guys. And I'm not trying to be a dickhead here. I'm not being a snob. I'm just being honest. There are not many people right now that actually understand how to write within this medium and how to do it correctly. So when I see someone capable of doing that, I get very excited. So
thank you. I have help. I've written the story myself. but I've gone to Rick Hoskin, who I've worked with. He's I think he was a Dragon Award winner in 2018. So the guy's been around. He knows his stuff. He works a lot for larger companies, and he's helped me with the dialogue. He's absolutely polished the dialogue. I gave him the brief, like, I wanted this sort of pantheon of the gods. I wanted Kirby and Lee, and they was like, okay, I'll help you out with that. And Tim Quinn is an XXX Marvel editor who is a typical Liverpudlian anti-hero, if you like. the guy's been everywhere and does everything. Most of the stuff he does now is involved in management. He's the two of them really know what they're doing.
Like, that's if you've got access to an old Marvel editor. Like, do you seriously have access to like an old school Marvel editor, like one of the old guys?
Yeah, he's worked on Hulk, X-Men, Spider-Man. Yeah.
Does he work?
He used to run.
Like, that's what we need. We need editors. Like, does he want work?
He used to run Marvel UK. He used to run like the editing in Marvel UK.
Those are the guys that oversaw the adaptation of the Transformers series and Death's Head and stuff.
Yeah, all Death's Head, all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Wow.
So, unfortunately, he's very busy with the management stuff that he does. But I'll obviously I'll ask him.
Nice.
Yeah, well, just say if he wants editorial work, let me know. I don't have anything right now, but I want those older guys. Because, I mean, this is a whole story that we could get into, but there used to be, I could talk an hour about this. It would be very useful to have the skill sets that those people have developed passed along to a new generation of editors, because there is a big gap. There is a big gap in editorial that we're missing out on. And that's probably a big part of the reason that your book's so good, not to undermine you, but the guy clearly knows what he's doing, and I can see all of certain things. And if it would make sense that you have a good editor. So that would, if he's out there, because they're all going to be dying off soon. This is what's got me worried. Like, I'm not trying to be grim or nothing, but like a lot of the guys that know how to make comics are going to be dying. And we don't need celebrity veneer and Flash. We've got 20 years of motherfuckers that know how to do celebrity veneer and Flash. We need people that know how to write classic comic books.
Yeah.
Like we need them to pass along that knowledge to another generation of people for this industry to be successful and for readers to continue to have the best possible experience.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to get on a hill or anything like this, but this is again, we're talking under the hood, behind the scenes. This is the fucking reality of it. It's a team effort. You don't just need a good artist. That is not enough to make a book work, right? You need a good artist, a good editor, a good writer, a good colorist. It is a team effort, right? A good letterer. Letters can ruin an entire book,
Oh yeah.
Like, sorry for the rant, but
no. It's
true.
Liam, have you been on my channel before? I go into rants.
Yeah, no, I just get excited. Like, he's like, oh yeah, I was like, what? Like, you fucking like, most of those guys are in retirement or gone, right? So. And I'm saying this, and like, this is a very good project, guys. Like, I'm not fucking around. I'm not kissing ass. Like, Death Can Save Us is
It's this.
Should be what's on the shelves in comic book stores, right? Like,
this is absolutely.
Instead, we've got fucking Captain Marvel and shit sitting there, and Captain America and shit sitting there around a fucking coffee table talking about a latte on the cover of a book. Like, sweet Jesus.
There's a big difference, right? You have something that's going to be, have this much into it, this pantheon of characters and cool shit, versus, superheroes, not even in costume most of the time. They're in regular street clothes, like you said, having a latte, talking about their lady problems. Who wants to read that? Who is that for? Nobody cares.
Right.
It's shit. This is what we're talking about. It's projects like this. And like Liam is saying, when he's talking about these editors who know what they're talking about, because they've handled books that had very big storylines, very big, powerful things. They know the pacing of it. They know how long it's going to take and what's going to, it's going to entail to do this. It's not something you could just, fart out over a weekend and be like, oh yeah, I just banged that out. No, because if you could do that, then something is wrong. There's something wrong with the story. There's something going on. What you want is something that you're going to want someone of that stature to be able to guide a little bit, to give that extra touch of magic that the book is gonna need, you know. And again,
and to bust your balls, to bust your fucking chops if shit is bad, you know what I mean? Like, not pat you on the back and tell you everything's fucking great, you know, like you need that, you know.
You know, it's
Sorry,
true. And
but yeah, this is why project has me really excited.
This is why I help so many people as well, right? I've helped so many artists and other people. That's the only time I do any backstage shit, is to help other artists on their craft. I'll give them pointers. I'll show them tutorials. I'll do little things like that. You know, I don't have a lot of time in the day to make for that. But if I see someone who's passionate about what they're doing and they want to grow as an artist or a creator, I'll take that time and I'll walk them through some things. Because like Liam said, it's that knowledge. Passing on that extra knowledge is key. You want.
I mean, again, you take us back 20 years. Okay, I can understand everyone being more competitive and cutthroat. I get it. Right now, we literally are a starving industry with like no one's passing anything along. So like we need to teach other people to be better. Otherwise, we're going to end up with shit. We already have. I mean, it's not just that they're hiring their fucking artists from Tumblr guys. Like, the quality of shit is at an all-time low. We need to raise the bar. Quality is how we win. Quality, passing along so a new generation of people can get the skills that were passed down. Like, this is 100-year fucking discipline that has been, I mean, for everything from Kirby Crackle to speed lines have been passed down and developed. Like, look at how much has grown. You cannot ignore it.
You know, it is so important. That's why I can't stand people who, if they just want to throw their friend on a project to do it without looking at skill level, shit like that drives me crazy, because you are watering it down. You're not doing the proper things. It's like I said, you're building a house. You want the foundation. Without the foundation, the whole thing's gonna be lopsided and shitty. People could see that a mile away. You want quality, and for what we're doing. We're doing premium books. We're doing something special and different. That's why, like Liam's saying, it is different from earlier on, where people are all this cutthroat bullshit. No, that's the wrong approach. That's how, you know, we have one or two people that might reach a high level, and the other ones usually fall by the wayside. That's not the way to build and continue to grow comics. You want people to all rise together, because again, like Liam said, it's a starving industry. You know, like. No, we're not going to save the mainstream comic book world, but there is still a strong place. We have a great foundation with all the books, the projects, the creators that we have here. That's what's key. That's what I love about this, and that's why I keep pushing so hard. And I always want to see fucking quality out of people, you know. Yeah. And again, this is a quality project. Everything that Russ put together here, his team, what he's been doing. And I know the majority of the work is on his shoulders. I mean, I know what it entails to do what he's doing. You know, wearing multiple hats like that. It's very difficult. Yeah. So to do what he's doing at this level, I applaud you, brother.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. So yeah, man. Everybody, take a look at this. I know you can't stay super long because I know you have another stream you said, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to Niall Scala and Billy Tucci. Yeah.
All right. So we'll go over the rest.
Okay. This is what I want. This is what I want from you. All right. This is what I want from you. But one, I want you to sort of show up on my show when we got time. So go subscribe to my channel, and whenever I'm live streaming, come into the chat and be like, "Hey, Liam," and so if I see you, I'll bring you in, because I want people to know about this. Two, what I would really like is just scroll down to your sample pages. You know, just
which ones?
Get yourself a narrator with a nice little voice, and put together a short trailer video reading these pages, reading them out like they're and show the art on a video. That's just like a trailer that I can show for like however long it takes to read through, during a live stream, and we'll sell this shit for you, right? Okay. We'll get eyes on this, and we'll push it big. Nice.
Beautiful.
I mean, sometimes it's a bit hard finding a good voice actor, but I mean, there's not a lot of text there for him to read. Go check him out on Fiverr, exactly. Yeah. And then just a simple YouTube video, like a mini motion comic for your sample pages, because you can do it with this campaign. Not everyone can do it, but you can do it with this campaign because I'm seeing opening narration like in old comics.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do.
Very
Mhm.
nice.
So you'll be able to pull it off, man, and it'll come together as a nice little video.
Thank you. I will do that.
Sure, man.
Yeah. All right,
Thank-
mate. You
Thank you,
thank
Liam,
you.
man.
It was good meeting you.
Yeah, thank you, Liam. It was really
Absolutely.
good meeting you. Thank you. I will go and subscribe. Yes. Is that your channel, Retro Boy 1983?
That's
No, it's,
that's my Twitter. My channel is Bracket Conquest Comics Bracket. You should be able to find it. If there's a mod wants to drop a link to my channel in the chat for him.
Oh, that would be
chase that
cool.
later.
Yeah.
You should be able to find me pretty easily. I'm pretty easy to
I may already
find.
be.
Right.
Yeah.
Or just
If you find, I mean, also,
on
yeah, if you go
Twitter.
to Retro Boy 1983 on my Twitter, I think my YouTube link is in my profile.
Okay, cool.
So,
Should be there.
yeah.
Beautiful.
But yeah,
man.
we'll get more eyes on this because this is like I hadn't really heard or paid much attention to this before Vinny sort of told me that we were doing it. I didn't even really know what was going on, and now this is probably the project I've been most excited
And that's
Thank
the
you.
for.
that's the point of this,
in a
man.
long
That's
time.
that is definitely the point of this.
Yeah.
Getting more eyes.
And if
on
I don't know
awesome
about
creators.
it, like, and here's the thing: if I don't know about it, it means pretty much the majority of Comics Gate doesn't know about it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll get eyes on this, and we'll get you selling some books because this is shit
Cool.
people will want.
Thank you.
Excellent,
Thank you very
man.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
No,
sure.
it's
man.
honestly, I want you to succeed. I want you to do well.
Yeah, dude, fantastic. I felt this
Yeah.
the moment he started showing this and talking about it. I felt the same way. I just felt there's something about this project that compels, clearly not just me but other people to want to like help push it forward. That we need to get eyes on this thing, and I think what I love about what Liam does when he kind of goes in those in-depth like asking those questions, he really does pull people into what the essence of a project is. And I think if we go up and refresh this page, I think we'll see that it had an impact.
I think so too, man. I know.
Yeah, better now. Look bad if it didn't.
Yeah, look at that. Thank you.
Dude.
Very well
Thanks,
done,
guys.
guys.
That's very
well
close.
done.
Very
Two-
close.
What's up,
hundred,
Thank
Zeg
you.
yeah.
Comics?
200.
Yo, Zeg Comics, set up an interview on your channel with this guy. I want
Do it
this
now.
book promoted. Yeah, no,
Plain
like
and simple. Do it
message
now.
him on message him on Twitter and give him a rundown. I want eyes on this project.
Mhm.
So that's what's
There you go.
going on.
Yeah.
Thanks,
It'll
guys.
be good content for you. Talk a bit about you've got some classic comic book stuff you're doing. Talk about your stuff. Talk to him about what he's been doing, about what we covered a lot today. Get eyes on this project, please.
Yeah.
Yep. I know Red Gaze is going to have him on as well. I'm pretty sure, right? You guys are working out on that. Red, yeah, he had to go because of power issues. So, internet shit. I was dealing with it earlier today. But, I'm glad Liam came in with all that info and great questions to drop for us. Like I said, it is key to know about this kind of stuff. It's awesome. I'm happy. I had you on with all this, every bit of info that you dropped was so fucking cool. Like I said, as soon as this stream is done, I'm going to be back in this project like immediately.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Can we play the trailer? Like, can we play the trailer before?
did.
Yeah, it's not going to be as good as the one you've just asked me to do. But
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
some of it
I'd
sounded
still like
a
to
little
just take a
muffled.
look, and it's for those people that are just sort of popping in before we close out. It's
Of course, man. Well, yeah. Well, we're
Yeah.
still going to hit a few other campaigns real quick. I just wanted to make
cool,
sure
yeah,
that.
sorry.
Yeah, no, I just.
My bad.
Yeah, no, there's no rush. And again, like Billy could just wait a minute or two. He's all right with that. But I wanted to also, thank everybody for the amount of backing that just happened on here during this campaign on the other projects. Since Red, he did a split because of that. I wanted to let people know that Sunsworn Edge of Annihilation is still available. He's in demand. Fulfillment's going to be happening pretty soon. I know he's got a lot of product already came in. He's doing his final touches on the edits for the book. Since this is a novel, but it also has the art compendium with it. So there's going to see lots of great stuff. Lakeem Amir, Narwhal, Sim, myself, Carla. We've all jumped in on this. The cover is my artwork, so this is the main book. And this is really cool to do because I love doing fantasy type stuff as well. Space. That's the thing that is so cool about all these projects is getting to jump all over these different genres. Playing around in this world is amazing.
I love that Red Gaze
Oh,
went
thanks, man.
out. He went out on that limb, and let's see if we can sell a novel. Using the same model. I really love that he did that. I hope more people follow his lead.
Mm-hmm.
And I do also want to apologize to Red Gaze. We had a stream set up for a writing contest, and I had to take like a week and a half hiatus, and I wasn't able to do the show. So I feel really bad about that. I don't know. I mean, I'm down to try and reschedule it, maybe make it happen still. But I just wanted to publicly apologize to him for that.
Okay. Cool, man. Yeah. No, that's a good
It's
thing.
just,
Yeah. Brett, if you
are you done flagellating yourself all over Vinny's stream?
Yes.
like,
Yes.
well, and that's a good thing, man. It's people are reaching out and they're being very open and honest because that's what I like. I like genuine people. That's why everyone on this panel is people that I respect. I think are classy as fuck. Yeah, I said fuck with classy in the same sentence because that's my
There's a little irony there.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, Sunswan, guys, check it out. It's got a good visual novel. It's got an audio book for those of the lazier people among you.
Well,
I believe they've reached that goal, right?
The audio didn't hit yet. The thing is, he had to pull it at the moment, but he said he might be doing it in chunks later on. Yeah, still keep an eye out. But yeah, definitely. Yeah, the main,
check it out. And
the main book is what you want. Yeah.
Yeah, and so if you're a reader, he has, I believe it's the first, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's like the first 3 chapters or something that will be available for review for you to make an informed purchase, so you won't just be buying blind, which I think is very respectable. Took a lot of game, and that's Red Gay Studios. He has his YouTube channel, which someone I'm sure will drop in the. Yeah, he's in the chat himself.
Yeah, he's in the chat too.
But he's been a good promoter. He's a good, solid guy. And this is Star Wars without any of the bullshit. So this is how we make stuff happen. If you're upset with the current state of things but you still want to continue to consume product without encouraging social agendas or giving money to multi-billion dollar companies that want to shit down your throat, you support Sunsworn. That's how you do it.
Hell yeah. And I believe
all the Comicscape projects, but
if I'm correct, I believe Pale Rider also did some artwork in here. I believe he did. I could be wrong, but if not, correct me. But yeah, like I said, that's the cool thing. I know a few people from chat ended up being part of this campaign as well, which is absolutely amazing. I believe Johnny as well, Johnny Blaze. I believe that's his name on here.
Can I ask how long this is going to be in demand for?
Yeah, that is a good question. Red, if you hear that, let us know in the chat how long you're going to keep it in demand for.
Because I'd really like it to be after the 14th, so I could buy a copy. I've kind of met my budget
the longer that he keeps it in demand, the more fees are. So it's like, but yeah, definitely check it out. If nothing else, we should be able to get it to 245. I mean, that would be nice. It's 244. It's 254 right now. So I like rounded numbers. Power Rider has his own fan art page. Power Rider is another sort of a synonym for that's not the right word, but for death as well. Death stream theme.
Yeah, man. No, and that guy's awesome. I love him. He's always popping up in chat, messaging. He's a cool guy. And like I said, we respect everyone who's involved in this, who they go out of their way to make artwork, to do cool shit, to be part of these chats. It is important. It's very important. So yeah, please back this project. Again, Red's an awesome guy. Anyone who's been on this channel, he is. But speaking of numbers that we're so close on, City of Venus.
It will still be in demand. One sec, Vinny. It will still be in demand until around December. So Russ.
Perfect.
I'll be able to pick it up then. Okay.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah, for sure, man. And yeah, I am literally one backer away from hitting 500 backers on City of Venus. That would be awesome if you're missing this book or if you want an extra copy. I got art books on this campaign. I have the children's book. I believe there's 3 left. Yeah, there's only 3 left. The Ghostly Manor.
You set one of those aside for me. I'll buy it in a minute. I will get one of those children's books. I want one. I don't want it to disappear into obscurity.
For sure, brother. Yeah. That is this. This is the cover image. And like everybody knows, I like to jump around. I want to show my versatility. So I did like the Disney kind of Pixar approach. This is my own style that I did on this. So I am very proud of the work that we did on that. My brother Frank did the entire story. It's all done in rhyme. This is all ages. It's mostly for kids, but anyone can have fun with it. I've had great backers who grabbed this book, had no kids, read it, and went, "This is just a treat. This is awesome." It reminds me of like when I was younger and I picked up one of those kind of cool Halloween books. So that
beautiful.
is just amazing people. And
Hardboiled Entertainment says, "Vinny, I fully intend to review City of Venus real soon."
Cool, man.
I got a City of Venus review coming too. I want to put together a like actual proper like like not just me sitting on the live stream. I want to do like proper like reviews, like with like sliding graphics and shit. But that's sort of why I've been putting off doing a review of City of Venus too, because it's sort of I've written an episode list for the things I'm going to do, but I want to have them with some decent production value.
Dude, I appreciate that.
Just look at it. Just look at it. Right?
Yeah, there's a lot of sexiness, but I mean, the story of the world that I created, it's very specific on why I did this kind of thing. You'll find out a lot of reasons as well. I mean, the first issue alone, I mean, you can see it's a post-apocalyptic world. It's not like they're going to, they have needle and thread, or they could run into a store and get brand new clothes. It's very bleak the way that things are. It's not a huge society in this world. It's literally like, scavengers, stuff like that. But the main character as well, the one with the jacket, with the longer jacket and the blue and the white. This is kind of, I approach this story as if we're going through her eyes from the beginning of the book. Her waking up on a rooftop and not really knowing what's going on, that kind of deal. But yeah, it's just, we lost Russ.
Yeah, right. He probably popped over to Pop XP, Billy Tucci. Yeah, Russ is like he is 1,000% integrity. Like he will be on time, guaranteed.
Oh yeah,
right?
No, I got
anything. It. Yeah, so that's probably where he probably bounced to be over there.
Gotcha, man. Yeah, that's no problem. Maybe he wrote me on Twitter. I didn't take a look yet, but yeah. So with this project though, I mean, for those who haven't picked it up yet. This is kind of like the introductory issue to this world. Like when you read it, you're going to see the rules of kind of what I established of what's going on. Like the very first page, you'll see what's there. And it kind of, I walk you into this world, and then from it, you see what's kind of going on. But we're going to have, like, you're going to see the backstory of the main character is coming up. You're going to see more of this world and what happened to why it's like that. I show why there is this floating city in the sky. It's filled with like, these people who they see themselves as the ultra elite, that they separated themselves literally from everyone else. That type of deal. Oh, we got someone back. Hey, Red.
Howdy. Sorry about that.
Buddy. No problem, man. No problem. But yeah, this book is going to go into different places. It starts off looking very kind of post-apocalyptic-ish. It does kind of turn into a superhero-ish book. At times, there's still a lot going on that I don't want to spoil either. So it's just, if you take the journey with this one, you're going to be very happy, I think, of where we're going with it as well. The next book is going to be around 50 pages. So as soon as I'm done with my pirate book and that's all fulfilled and everything is, that's taken care of, I'm jumping back onto this one. So the sequel's coming, and it's going to be almost double the size of what this was. So there's going to be plenty of cool artwork, plenty of cool stories, lots to enjoy on this. And yeah, we're world building. It's kind of key, I think, anyway.
Holy shit! I got 3 backers yesterday. Awesome.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Sorry, I was just surprised.
And
sorry, go on, Vinny.
I got you, man. You're at 500 officially.
Dude, thank you, brother. And hey, look who's back.
You legend.
Sorry,
there he is.
Internet failure.
Oh, I figured you popped over to.
No. I would have said goodbye. I wouldn't have just left.
I explained that you're a man of your word. You're always on time. So I figured you just popped over there.
No. I was hanging around.
No, so that's definitely a cool thing, man. But dude, yeah, thank you, Rot. You're awesome, man. having it, just hitting 500 back, 501.
Dope.
Yeah,
See,
well,
well, I think I
you.
snagged the official 500 spot, but yeah, I was surprised I went through and I hadn't backed this one yet.
Oh man,
I certainly
what?
meant
Yeah,
to.
you're missing
So
out. City Venus is really good, dude. Like, it's actually really good. Like,
yeah,
you'll enjoy it.
I've got my hardcover Through the Woods, and look forward to this.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, dude. Like I said, everyone on panel, you guys have been fantastic. Everyone in chat, I fucking love you all. Through the Woods, we're literally 5 backers away from 700 backers.
Amazing.
My biggest campaign.
That's amazing.
And remember, this is the campaign that you guys wanted. That's why I went above and beyond. That's why this became a hardcover book. That we have European format. This thing is a big, beautiful book.
Yeah,
pretty much 100 pages. Like we're 98, but yeah, this is a 100-page book more or less. Beautiful artwork throughout. Anyone, if you still haven't gotten it, I do like the original sketches in here. If you buy that tier, this is where I do them. I put them on the inside book. But yeah, everything in here. I mean, the artwork. I went above and beyond with this as well. The quality. I want to make sure everybody gets something super fucking cool and beautiful. Look at cinematic on every level. Plenty of awesome stuff to take away from this. But,
there's spookiness, there's strength, there's sexiness. It has the 3 S's, you know?
Yeah.
And
I didn't buy it just because I was coming on his stream. I bought it because it impressed me.
Yeah,
Thank you,
and
Russ.
I've knocked out 3 people with it already. So it's useful.
This is a weapon. This is definitely a weapon.
Rot replaced his tire iron with the Through the Woods.
Yeah, 500
Exactly.
club. All right, says Frankie. Yeah, that's right.
Dude,
That's,
hell yeah.
that's amazing. Hit the 5. That's the magic number, guys. That's what you got to fight for. I'm pushing towards it to a Xenotype. So if you haven't checked that out, check out Xenotype. Help us reach 500 backers. We need about 30 more true believers, but we can get there.
We're getting to you next,
Yeah,
buddy.
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to
sorry.
shoot. I'm gonna have to shoot.
Yes, my friend.
Sure.
Thank you, Russ.
Thank you so much for having me on. Thanks to everybody who's had me on in all their streams all the way through this. And as I move on forward, it's like the amount of decent people I've met over the last few months by kind of getting out here and getting organized and networking. It's just been overwhelming. Thank you.
No, we appreciate you, man. Like,
absolute
there's always a place for a talented man at the table. That's what I got to say. So enjoy your stream with Tucci and stuff. I hope you get some good numbers, my friend.
Thank you. And if anybody's interested, there is original art in this as well, if you want it. So
very reasonably priced too. The guy is very generous with his pricing on everything. So
man, he only has 30 hours left. Help him get over that line. He's around $200, $201 away from getting it. I'm very confident tonight he's going to do it, especially over on Tucci. So we're going to let you go now, buddy. But thank you again. Come back anytime. You're always welcome, my friend.
Thank you, and I'll see you all soon. Thank you so much.
You got it.
Yeah. You stay safe. You stay safe. We'll get eyes on this. Stay in touch with me.
Yes, I will.
Stay in
Thank
touch.
you. Bye-bye.
Dude, anytime, man. Great creator.
Good dude.
Awesome man. But and this one we're literally 5 away from hitting 700. So again, thank you everybody on this. If you haven't gotten, or if you have, retweet it, tell people. If you know someone who's a collector, if they're into. I mean, we got Halloween coming up. This is a perfect book to read for Halloween. Never mind the kids' book. I mean, there's only a few of those left. But this one, I think it got about 250 left. After that, this is gone for good as well. So I just want to make that clear.
Yeah.
On this fast, because when it's gone,
Also, Christmas is coming.
Good point.
Good point.
Shop early. These books, I get them out the door immediately. I told Russ, I'm going to tell Rot right now. You guys backed, and whoever the other backer was, I'm going to be packing those up tonight, mailing them out tomorrow. I operate that quickly when it comes to all this stuff.
Nice.
So if there's any delay, you got to thank the post office and the virus. Other than that, but most books have been getting to people on a very fashionable, good amount of time. So no worries on that end. And I do pack them very securely. So I tons of tape, a whole roll of tape. But yeah, so please back these projects. You're not going to be disappointed at all. Again, it's all about the quality. And speaking of quality, we got Xenotype. We got another beautiful project. My friend Liam.
That's right.
This is his book. His colorist was also in the chat. Scotsman. He also has an invite too. I sent him, but he might be working on stuff. But
he's probably work at this time.
Yeah, man. Give us your pitch
So
on
this
this.
is a
Just let people know. I mean,
well, yeah, this is a dark science fiction biopunk series. It's a coming of age story. A young teenage artist finds himself with the biokinetic ability to rewrite his DNA. Since he's an aspiring comic book creator and an artist and a dreamer, he tries to use his powers to reinvent himself as a superhero and fight back against the sinister conspiracy that is ruling their world and the monsters that feed on mankind. So, but he finds out that being a superhero ain't so easy. That's Xenotype, ladies and gentlemen. I don't have a pitch really there, but that's the premise of the series. It's a dark science fiction series about a boy trying to create light and hope in a world that is ultimately ruled by darkness and evil. Great corporations step on the throats of the average man. Society is broken into class structures. There's a social credit rating. And people look the other way rather than face the realities that sort of challenge them each day. And it takes a dreamer to try and rise up and change that. There's monsters, madness, and mayhem. It is a fierce fighting franchise, and it is 200 freaking pages long. 8 comic books worth of content, ladies and gentlemen, full of Easter eggs and epic stuff.
That is
8 comic books worth of work. Yeah,
that's
and you
what
can see here
about.
all of this is by teenage comic book sensation Odysseus. He's just sort of my boy Odie. He's just starting his career out, and look at the level of talent that this kid's got just starting now. He's done hundreds of pages. He can produce 3 pages a day, so we're looking to release this content very regularly. As soon as the colors are done, they'll be available the campaign will be closed and they'll be shipped. They will not be available again like the gold silver editions. They are exclusive limited for this campaign. Gold edition reads like a standard graphic novel, full color by the Scotsman. Silver edition gives you the black and white version, and it's manga sized. So same number of pages, just a smaller book.
Excellent, man. Excellent.
And there's a side by side for guys to make an informed decision on what you would prefer.
Sure. Yep, and that's the beauty of it. And Scotsman, I'm friends with him. We've been doing a lot of those streams on Sunday of teaching people about the process of coloring a comic book page, technical stuff, all kinds of different ways to approach and different artist views on things. Ink spots, he's on there, and seeing his take on how he colors is fucking awesome as well. It's really cool, and to see the different programs and all that stuff from Photoshop, Clip Studio, all these different things, how we're all coming together, how we're all doing this the proper way. That's what it's about. That's why I love the stuff he's been doing. You've always seen Scotsman on his channel actually painting up all this stuff. He's one of the
you see you
people.
get the Sorry, Scotsman's always working. He's great, but just before you scroll down further, you see that if you buy the Gold Plus or the Silver Plus, in addition to some stickers, you will be receiving the You Matter poster, which is the fundamental underlying message of Xenotype beyond everything else. The message is that you, no matter how small or insignificant you may feel, you matter in this world. Your choices and your agency dictate your life and impact the world of those closest to you and all around you. And I wanted that up on your wall. So if you grab the Platinum Pack, which contains everything on the campaign, you'll be receiving the You Matter poster. We already have them in. They are beautiful, and I want to see that up on people's walls. I want them to be able to sit over and look over and realize that they are an important person, because the people that back my campaign are the best people, and I want them to know that.
I agree.
So thank you.
I agree 200%. It was 200 pages. This is what I'm talking about, man. It's giving back, doing cool stuff, and you guys have been seeing it. You've been telling us. You tell us what you want, and we've been getting even more cool stuff out there, and we're going to continue to do that. So yeah, again, as I was saying before, though, if you want to go check out Scotsman, go over to his channel. He's always showing you how he paints up these pages, gorgeous pages. Again, he's finishing up the book as well, and as soon as it's done, you guys are going to be getting this awesome, gorgeous book. I can't wait to get my copy.
Yeah, you know, and I know that it's been a long time waiting, maybe not as long as some of the other campaigns in Comicscape, but we're just getting the colors done. They're very close to being finished, and you'll see what we can do. We're really close to busting through the here. I'm just that's in US dollars, but over here on in Australian, I've got 93, 96, 68. So if we can make one more sale today, that'll push me to $94,000 Australian, which would be amazing. So if anyone's been holding off, you can jump on. Now, we also have the Blade Devil variant cover, which was done by Toxic Man Baby of Blade Devil fame and Odie. There was a jam cover that they worked on together. Click the updates if you want to see that. Because that's the one down the bottom we've got in black and white. So if you want to just sort of scroll down a bit, you'll see the here's some of our colored pages that you haven't seen yet. Like, look at that.
Excellent.
This is the seed of consciousness inside Axel's mind. Inside Axel's mind, inside Felix's mind. I won't say more than that because, you know, spoilers, but that's Seed of Consciousness. Stuff's been dispatched. Hit see more updates. We'll get down to eventually. Gosh, or maybe we won't. I'm monopolizing time because I'm mean.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Damn.
There's the Xeno Devil cover now. It's put together by these two guys. It was absolutely stunning, absolutely beautiful. And those are a limited run, right? These are never going to be reprinted either. That is just to commemorate our simultaneous launch and the success of our campaigns. And I want to just say, if you can't afford anything else, grab that. It's the first chapter of the book, and that should give you a feel as to whether or not you are going to be interested in the ongoing series. But anything that you want to grab, I'd appreciate it. And also, if you refer 5 of your friends to the campaign, if you've already brought and you want to continue to support me, but you don't know how to do it, like you can't justify buying another book, because, you know, let's be real, you don't want to have like 10 of them unless you're planning to resell them, you know. You could, if you refer 5 of your friends to the campaign via the email link at the top of the page, you know, near the money section, and they buy the book, then you'll receive one of those books free.
Nice,
I'll throw it in with your purchase.
I've been curious when somebody was going to implement like a referral program, because Indiegogo does track all of that, and if you use that, what Vinny has the cursor on, that little link, and there it generates a custom link that credits you with the referral if it leads to a purchase. So
So if you click on that, it'll pop up, copy paste that, bam.
Yep, and if you can get 5 of your friends, and again, tell your real life friends, like don't just tell your internet friends, like tell, if you know someone that loves manga, anime, you know, Attack on Titan, Tokyo Ghoul, Kira, Bio Boosterama, Gaiva, anything like that, you know, Takasaosu, you know, I've said that wrong because I'm in a hurry, but Tokusetsu. So yeah, so anyone that's sort of into that stuff, that Power Rangers stuff, or more accurately, if you sort of know someone that is a big fan of like 1970s to 1990s Spider-Man, that sort of like superhero soap opera, then refer them to Xenotype. Check it out. This is your chance to jump on at the beginning and be one of the driving factors, one of my gold or silver tier fans, a platinum tier fan that helps build this company and helps us make a change. My name is Liam Gray. I am the highest earning crowdfunder in Australia. I'm the creator of Xenotype, and I appreciate all you guys. Thank you.
When you say that, do you rub your nipples? Just curious.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just right now.
I thought so.
I know it annoys. I know it annoys certain people that are mad at me, so I just keep saying it all the time.
Which is funny. You can't knock that. That's great.
Work harder than me. If you're upset that I made more money than you, produce a better product than me, and work harder than me.
There you go.
You'll take it away from me. I won't be able to say it anymore. I'll be just.
That's it, plain and simple. Yeah, if you want to do that kind of thing, that's what you do. But yeah, for the most part, what we're doing here is cool shit for great people, and yeah, we want to keep building this strong community. So I want to thank everybody for jumping on this. Keep back and supporting. I hope I'm one of the people who gets that book as well for free. You know, I talk about this a lot. And real quick,
Thanks,
since Red is back, no problem, brother. Red, do you want to say anything about the campaign? We covered it before, but if there's anything extra you want to say, let us know.
Yeah, man, back it. No, I appreciate you guys covering it. I was watching. Liam, you had some very kind words. I appreciate that. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, if you're sick and tired of just watching all of your favorite properties just swirl down the toilet, this is where we start to rebuild. That's the whole idea behind Sunsworn. Bring it back, man. Space fantasy with a vengeance. This is the beginning of it's going to be a long and very exciting saga. So get on board now. Yeah, I'd strongly encourage the featured perk. Pick up the visual companion as well, because we got some great artists working in there, and it'll just give you a feel for what's really going on in the universe, what it looks like, what might be different from things you're used to, and some people just like to develop in their mind as they're reading, and that's cool too. But yeah, I just figured to throw out a visual companion to just kind of help people visualize a little bit. What's happening. Since it's not a feature film, it's a novel.
You did pick up another back release, so yeah, man, congrats. That's awesome.
Thank you very much.
255 now, and yeah, this is a universe that he's created that it's gonna expand to other stuff. So you definitely want to jump in on this. This is the start of it. This is gonna be just one hell of a ride. From what I know about it, yeah, you're gonna be smiling ear to ear when you read it. So hell yeah, man. Thank you. And Rot, my brother, let us know what you got going on.
Yeah, well, tomorrow we do on the midday repartee. Russ Leach is my co-host on Thursdays, so he'll be there. We're going to be talking about forming good creative habits, which is a big one for a lot of people. So that should be a good discussion. We'll also be delving into Sims Tales from the Natverse on that show. But the big show is this Friday. It's a collaborative art making stream. Vinny, you're invited to that. We're gonna, we have this app that works really well. It's browser based, and I think we might have a full 8 artists jamming on a piece at the same time. It's going to be a lot of fun. So that's happening on Friday. So
nice, man. Yeah, I'm curious to see how this is going to work out, but yeah, I'm definitely going to try to make some time to jump on there. You said that at what's the time again?
2 p.m. Eastern.
2 p.m. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to write that down as well. Yeah, I want to try to jump on. I know the last time I was having computer issues again, but I'm going to try to jump on this one for sure. Cool. Yeah, man.
Yeah, so, Russ will probably be in on that as well. Cool. Stephanie Renee is going to pop in there, which that's going to be badass. Yeah. Yeah,
great artist. I'm looking forward to that book as well. He's kicking around there, but yeah, Rot, it's always fun hanging out with you too, man. I love whenever I could jump on there. I know from time to time I go into my angry Vinny rants, but it's everyone knows it's from the heart. That's
dude, your rage is pure and clean as the driven snow, man.
Thank you, Rod.
And Rod, I also heard what you said earlier. Don't worry about it, man. Things happen. It's all good.
Yeah, I feel horrible about it, man. I was in my headspace just wasn't right. I could feel it wasn't going to be a good time to do a show like that. So I do apologize, and I'm totally down. Maybe we could I'd like to promote it more and get more entries. I think we got maybe 5. But I think we could push that number up. So if you want to try again and maybe a couple weeks out, cool. I'd totally be down, and I promise that it'll happen this time.
Cool. Yeah, sounds good, man. Yeah, and I get it. It's all good. We all have. There's times we just need to kind of retreat and deflate.
Yeah, man. It was just I just came across some things I had to deal with. I had to get my head on straight. So I appreciate you understanding, and let's make it happen.
Show.
Nice, man. Very cool. And yeah, Mogwai, I had a little bit of a rant earlier, and if you want to see another good one, check out. I believe was it your last stream, Rot? Right when I jumped on.
Oh yeah, dude, you were on fire that day.
Yeah,
that was
you can check out. Yeah, go over to Rot's channel and check out that. I popped on near the end, and I went off on the industry again, and then just really poor quality shit that I've seen and hacks and people just trying to fuck over others. And I hate that. I fucking hate that. But yeah, get good quality out there. Work your ass off. Show people like what we did tonight on this stream of how important it is to be creators, have a great connection with the fan base. You know, don't phone in anything. Work your ass off, and make sure your quality is gonna say it, man. Quality is gonna show through on everything. So to me, nothing else really fucking matters. Get out good stories. Get out good projects. Be fucking cool with everyone. So yeah. And with that, everyone have a great night, and yeah, take care.
All right.